What's up, you guys? I'm back again, and today I'm here with BENZ Tech.
What's going on, everybody?
And guess what? Today I got another AUXBEAM install and / review. If you guys remember, I had reviewed these AUXBEAM lights before, but I had only done the headlights, and today we're going to be doing it on my fog lights. They also make fog lights, which AUXBEAM did send me to go ahead and try out. I was not able to install them. The reason why is I do have the tool to remove my bumper, but I couldn't find it. So I did not have a chance to install the fog lights, but I will do so in a future video. So a big thank you to AUXBEAM for sending me this product. So let's go ahead and install them and review them. All right, so what we're gonna do first, just to make our life a little bit easier, is we're gonna go ahead and jack up the car. All right, so up next, we're gonna be taking off, you can't really see them there, but there's some clips there. And then there's some screws under here. So that's just gonna allow us to pull the fender liner back and then reach the bulb. Once the fender liner is pulled back, you can then reach for the stock bulb and remove it. All right, so now that we pulled off the bulb, all right, so you just remove it with clips. So here's the stock bulb. So that way you kind of get an idea how it looks. So here's the AUXBEAM that we're gonna be installing. These are LED lights. So let's go ahead and open it. All right, so if you're installing it on a 2015 Honda Civic as we are, we're going to be using H11 LED lights.
All right, so pretty much what comes in this kit is you get the little owner's manual and whatnot on how to install. They sent a couple of stickers to put on your car, whatnot, and they're highly reflective, so they look good. And then of course you get your bulb to put in. It's plug and play. You just put it inside the socket and plug in your harness to that end. Simple as that.
One thing I do want to point out is they do have a little gasket around here that just helps to keep the water out. And yeah, and if you guys remember in my last review, I was talking about the LEDs that have little fans in them. This is what I was talking about, which is good. When you get the fan ones, you just hear woo, like I can't explain it, but it's like a little fan. So it's going to be interesting to see which ones last longer, my fog lights or the headlights. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and install these and show you guys.
Just another thing, it shows you kind of how to do it to install on this instruction manual. I'm not gonna go over it, but it's all there. A couple other things they send you is a contact disc card in case there's something wrong. And they also have a troubleshooting guide. Lights are flickering, repeatedly on and off, H7, and installation failed or whatnot. There's also a warranty card for you guys to send in just for that. It makes it seem like they actually care about their products and the users that are getting them.
That's one thing. When I was emailing AUXBEAM, they do have pretty good customer service, so that's also another good thing to know. Me personally, I like dealing with people that have good customer service, so that helps out a lot. So here's the installation process. We're gonna go ahead and plug it in right now. Alright, so one thing I like to do before, especially working with the fog lights, since it is a little harder to take these out, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the lights just to make sure that they do turn on. Okay, do it. Alright, so that's really cool to see. So that way you guys can see it is an AUXBEAM. There it is. Alright. Oh, and this is the fan noise I was talking about in a previous video. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm putting it next to the microphone. Alright, so once again, these are going to be for the fog lights, and then those are the headlights that I already installed.
So now it's just time to put it back inside the fog light. You can usually do it off of feel, but it just goes in and it twists, that's it.
Alright, so now that we installed the LED AUXBEAMs, now we're just going to go ahead and put the fender liner back and put the bolts and clips back together. Alright, so now we're just going to go ahead and lower the car, and we're going to do the same exact process to the other side. Alright, so there you go, they're all installed, and I will be showing you how it looks at night. So now that it's all installed, like I said, I will show you a night view, so that way you guys get a better picture. But we did want to point out one thing, and what's that?
I noticed on the LED bulb, it's just a simple socket. This is the halogen, but on the LED, the harness is actually able to go in both ways. And so if your bulb is not working, take that harness off, flip that bulb around, and put it in and make sure it is working that time. It is something a little different, but it will work if it is in the correct position.
One reason why we had mentioned to make sure to turn on the LEDs before actually putting them into the housing of the fog lamps.
Yeah, that's how we figured it out, is actually turn it on and it didn't turn on. So we swapped that harness the other way and it is now working. So.
Alright, so now that it's nighttime, I'm going to go ahead and show you how it looks at night. Alright. So one thing, if you can tell on this side it's a little brighter. They're actually the same brightness, just on this side I have to fix the bulb a little. I screwed it in a little wrong, so that one's pointing down a little more and this one's pointing up a little bit, so that's the only difference. But I'm gonna go ahead and drive around and show you with them on, and then I will pull over and show you from the front side, that way you see how it looks from the front. As you can tell, they really do light up the road, like they're super bright. They are 6K from AUXBEAM once again. These are H11s for a 2015 Honda Civic. Honestly, like I said, they're super bright. Looks nice to me. It does help that I do have the headlights as well. Like I said, in this video, these are the fog lights that we installed, the fog LEDs. So I already had the AUXBEAM headlight LEDs, so it does help with brightness. But I mean, look at that. And I know it's kind of hard to see on camera, but it's like such a far distance. Right now just my regular headlights are on. I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the fog lights. Check this out. So I mean, they're like super freaking bright. It looks pretty nice to me. So that's it for today's video. Alright, so as far as for the AUXBEAM LEDs, we definitely would recommend them. We both have them in our cars. He actually has his fog lights and he also has his headlights just like me. And we definitely would recommend them. Down the line, we will do another review on them just to see, maybe 6 months or a year later, just to see. And not only that, like I said, for my fog lights, they have the little fan type LEDs, and then for my headlights, they have the little core heater on them, so they are a little different. So we will do a review on that later on in the future. So I hope you guys like this video. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.